H1 2026 BMW R45, the bike nobody saw coming. Stop scrolling. Seriously. Hold up. Don't swipe away. Don't zone out. Because the motorcycle world is standing right on the edge of something big. For decades, BMW played the same playbook. If you wanted a BMW motorcycle, you needed deep pockets and a strong back. Either you were buying a massive continent-crossing adventure rig, or you were stepping into a fire-breathing superbike built to dominate racetracks and empty wallets. Entry-level riders? Middleweight fans? Retro lovers? BMW basically said, that ain't our lane. But here's the thing. The giant never went to sleep. BMW's been watching city streets fill up with cafe racers, watching the retro revival explode, watching riders fall back in love with clean metal tanks, round headlights, and bikes that feel like machines, not gadgets. And then someone at BMW finally said it out loud. We already own this legacy. That's when the 2026 BMW R45 was born. This isn't a concept bike. This isn't a nostalgia cash grab. This is BMW stepping into the middleweight retro arena and flipping the table. If you thought the retro class was settled, think again. BMW just walked in with receipts. H2. Why the R45 name hits hard. To understand why this bike matters, you gotta rewind the clock. Back in the late 70s, BMW dropped the original R45. It wasn't loud, it wasn't flashy, and because of that, a lot of people slept on it. Big mistake. The R45 was the gateway into BMW's Boxer world. A smaller displacement bike that still felt solid, overbuilt, and unapologetically German. It wasn't cheap, but it was right in 2026. So bringing that name back in 2026 isn't about vibes, it's about intent. Right now the market is drowning in 350cc to 500cc retro bikes. They look cool on Instagram, but let's be real. Most of them feel like budget commuters wearing vintage Halloween costumes. Plastic tanks, thin paint, engines that feel cooked up just to hit a price point. The 2026 R45 is BMW saying, we're done pretending. This bike is aimed at riders who want real build quality, real materials, and real engineering, without needing to wrestle a 600-pound adventure bike through rush hour traffic. It's the missing link, the bridge between daily commuting and premium riding. And honestly, it's long overdue. Design, real metal, no fake flex. One look at the R45 and you can tell BMW didn't cheap out. This thing is neo-heritage, done right. The fuel tank isn't plastic dressed up to look metal. It's the real deal. Sculpted steel with that classic teardrop shape and neat indents that scream old-school BMW airhead. Higher trims are expected to rock hand-painted pinstripes, not decals, because BMW still cares about craftsmanship. The engine casing plays the same game. Modern internals, sure, but finished with machined cooling fins that add texture and depth. It looks mechanical, honest, like something built to last. And the exhaust? Chef's kiss, a twin-pipe stainless setup that flows clean and simple into classic pea-shooter style mufflers. No giant emissions bazooka hanging off the side. Just clean lines and timeless style. The rear end stays minimal. Exposed subframe, compact tail. Nothing flashy, just solid, functional design that looks ready for real-world riding, not just coffee shop parking lots. Bottom line, this bike doesn't try hard. It doesn't need to. Engine, the soul of a BMW reimagined. Now let's talk power, because that's where things get interesting. Is it a boxer engine? Probably not. And that's okay. Instead, BMW is reportedly rolling out a brand new 450cc parallel twin, running a 270-degree firing order. Why does that matter? Because a 270-degree crank mimics the feel of a V-twin or boxer. It delivers that uneven firing pulse that feels alive. It sounds better, pulls harder down low, feels more mechanical. Translation: this engine won't feel boring. Expect smooth cruising, strong mid-range torque, and enough punch to make back roads fun without being intimidating. This isn't about chasing top speed numbers. It's about usable, everyday power. Perfect for new riders moving up. Perfect for veterans who want something lighter and simpler. Pause, ride feel. Built to actually ride. BMW isn't building the R45 to sit under a cover. This thing is meant to be ridden. Expect a neutral riding position. Upright bars. Slight rear set pegs. Enough comfort for commuting, but still sporty enough to carve corners when the road opens up. Suspension is expected to be properly tuned, not rock hard, not mushy. Think premium feel without overcomplication. Handling should be stable, predictable, and confidence-inspiring. The kind of bike that makes you want to take the long way home. Tech. Old school look, new school brain. Here's where BMW really flexes. Hidden inside that classic design is a piece of tech that quietly makes most modern bikes look outdated. Instead of some bulky tablet slapped onto the handlebars, BMW is expected to integrate a seamless digital display that blends into the cockpit. Clean, minimal, easy to read. Think analog vibes with digital precision. Bluetooth connectivity, navigation support, ride data. All without ruining the bike's vintage soul. Add modern safety features like ABS, traction control, and ride modes, but tuned subtly, not aggressively. And you've got a bike that respects the rider instead of babysitting them. Build quality. This is where BMW separates itself. This is where the R45 is going to hurt competitors. Fit and finish, material choice, component quality. BMW doesn't do flimsy. Switchgear feels solid. Paint is deep. Welds are clean. Everything feels intentional. This isn't a cheap retro. This is a premium middleweight. And riders are going to notice. Who this bike is for. The 2026 BMW R45 isn't trying to be everything. It's for riders upgrading from small commuters, city riders who want style without bulk, veterans who miss simple, honest motorcycles, people who want heritage without headaches. It's not a race bike. It's not an ADV monster. It's a bike you ride because riding feels good. Why the R45 matters right now. BMW entering this segment changes the game. It forces competitors to step up. It raises expectations. It reminds riders that retro doesn't have to mean cheap. The R45 proves you can have style, performance, and build quality without sacrificing accessibility. And that's huge. Final thoughts. A quiet revolution. H2. The 2026 BMW R45 isn't loud about what it is. It doesn't need to be. It's a bike built on confidence, on heritage, on the belief that motorcycles should feel mechanical, personal, and fun. BMW didn't just revive a name. They revived an idea. And if this bike delivers on even half of what it promises, It's going to shake up the middleweight class in a big way. Brackets, final hook. H2, final hook. So here's the real question. P. In a world obsessed with horsepower wars and touchscreen overload, are you ready for a bike that remembers strong why riding mattered in the first place? Because the 2026 BMW R45 isn't chasing the future, it's redefining it, one perfectly timed throttle twist at a time. And once you ride it, you might never look at entry level the same way again.